Omar Vizquel. Wait a minute. Where will Jadeveon Clowney sign? We got baseball overlap today? It's a great question on Clowney, though, Omar. I don't know. Clowney's a weird player because he tends to wait. Even though he is by far the best edge left on the open market, it's been very quiet around him. I don't think a Seattle reunion, by the way, goes down, but some fits. Browns and Ravens make sense from a win-now perspective and to an extent, a contract perspective. Rams fit that mold from a winning perspective. KC could use one. And if it's just about the money to an extent, Atlanta desperately needs pass rush help. Could be a good idea for the Falcons. So when it comes to Clowney, where do you guys think he ends up? Let me know right now in the comments section. From Gotar, where does Baker Mayfield end up? I don't know. Seattle? Seattle makes the most sense if he wants to start. The issue Baker and the Browns have run into is nobody wants that contract. No one wants to pay him $18 million when the Browns are not going to pay him $18 million. So teams can either wait or get the Browns to eat some of that money. I would wager that Baker spends the offseason getting healthy, and maybe during the preseason, if there's an injury, they try to Sam Bradford him, just like the Niners might be doing with Jimmy G. With the way the free agency market went, I think Baker's an upgrade over several guys who are starting right now, and the contract, it's an issue for teams.
Should the Browns, what do you say? Duarte? No, I don't do Arte. Should the Browns draft a receiver if they get Jarvis in free agency? So, the Browns just decided to not bring back Jarvis. I get it was more to do with the contract. What would be really interesting is OBJ said he'd be open to returning to Cleveland to play with Deshaun Watson. I think the Browns not going to bring back Jarvis. And also, if I was Jarvis, I wouldn't want to go back to Cleveland personally. In terms of what they could do, I think going in the draft is the more proper way for Cleveland. And if I was an NFL team, I think you're going to see them start going for a lot of these receivers, because when you look at how much money somebody like Christian Kirk's getting, why would I pay Christian Kirk $18 million a year when I can go out and get arguably a better receiver in the draft?
From Rich Atwood, Antonio Brown going to the Browns, then he's calling himself Antonio Cleveland Brown. What do you think about it? That seems very on brand for Mr. Big Chest, Mr. Big Cleveland. And now there's a different connotation there if you want to think about it too hard. I would hate that for the Browns, but it's funny, so I like it. Roger Moore, what's your eval on Christian Watson? Freak athlete. The upside is fascinating. Fantastic blocker, which all checks out, coming from North Dakota State. He's raw as a receiver, though. The round one hype is rich for me. I don't know how much it's going to help you in year one. I think he needs time to develop as a route runner, to get the feel and the fundamentals down for being an NFL-level wide receiver. There's immense upside. Don't get me wrong there. He's a great height, weight, speed prospect. I've been burned by those guys before. I like Christian Watson. He's going to come in with about a second-round grade, but I can't take him top 32. That's too rich for me.
Baked 420 Mayfield to be a backup on the Raiders. No. Sorry, man, there's just no way that's going to happen. Like, the Raiders aren't going to trade for Baker, first off. And if you trade for him, then you got to pay him $18.8 million. No NFL team in their right mind would ever pay Baker Mayfield $18.8 million to be a backup quarterback. If he wants to be a backup after they get released or something like that, potentially. But even then, I still see Baker wanting more money. And if I was Mayfield, I would try to go to a team that isn't so heavily invested in their quarterback. And I know people don't want to hear this, at least some people. The Raiders are all in on Derek Carr.
Colin Crow, who is more likely to be traded? A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, or Deebo Samuel? Saw the Jets were looking at them. The answer should be neither of them. And maybe 3 weeks ago I would have said, haha, you're a crazy person. Then again, we just saw Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams get dealt as the wide receiver market gets completely flipped on its head and reset in spectacular fashion. Of the three, I think Tennessee keeps A.J. Brown. Given they are rebuilding, maybe it's DK Metcalf, which I think would be stupid by Seattle. I think all three of these teams should simply keep their young, developing, and very talented wide receiver one. That's the mindset I have here. But I'm going to make you guys pick one, as difficult as it is, even though there is no right answer here. Who is most likely to be traded? AB for A.J. Brown, DM for DK Metcalf, or DS for Deebo. Maybe I should have done AJ, DK, and DB here, but it is what it is. AB, DM, or DS. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if that ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know who you think is most likely to be dealt. Now, for nonstop coverage on the NFL, all offseason and in-season as well, hit that big red button and subscribe. YouTube.com/chatsportstv. First up from Taylor Holland, before the season starts or anything starts, bold prediction. Next star to be traded this year. I don't think they do it. If a big-time guy gets dealt, I would say Mekhi Becton. The Jets straight up said they were not happy with him last year. They got 2 first-round picks. They could take a tackle at number 4 and end up dumping Becton. That would be a bold prediction, but that's what it is. Here are the Rumble follower leaders at Chat Sports. NFL Daily leads the way over the Raiders, over the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Giants. Let's make sure we keep our lead. I don't want the Raiders catching us because I don't trust that tricky guy, Mitchell Renz over there. Follow us on Rumble for free at rumble.com/NFL Daily. From JG, what free agent is a sleeper and will have the best year? Kind of thought Ryan Bates was going to be that guy for Chicago. How about Kaiser White in Philadelphia? 1 year, $5 million? I thought that was a steal. J.C. Jackson was a big-time name, so I'm not going to throw that one in there. Kind of like Kaiser White one the most. Cheaper guys, check in like 2 weeks, because there will be more guys that sign below market and things that end up having success.
So how about this, y'all? Go ahead and chime in. What is the best division in the National Football League? And there's 3 answers to this. I think you can go the NFC West. It has the defending champs. Got the 49ers in it as well. Also, you got, the Cardinals, the Seahawks. NFC West. AFC West, which has the Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. I'll also say the AFC North. The Browns with Deshaun Watson is interesting. The Ravens, before Lamar went down, they were the number 1 team in the AFC. And then on top of that, that the Bengals, they're going to be legit. Some people might even say, with the Dolphins going out and trading for Tyreek Hill, Miami's a contender with New England, and then Josh Allen and the Bills. Like, a lot of excitement, but I want to know who is the best or which division is the best in the National Football League.
From Tom Allen, is this the Indiana coach? Who should sign JC Tretter? My first answer is yes. People should sign JC Tretter. The Browns cut him. I think they're going to give Nick Harris a shot, which is fine. He played really well. He's still a top 10-ish center, and there are a lot of teams that could use a top 10 center. The Miami Dolphins, plug him in. That left side of the O-line of center is completely fixed. The Dallas Cowboys should go sign him right now. The Baltimore Ravens, then you can make Patrick McCarr your swing guy. Minnesota, if you're not sold on Garrett Bradbury, that could be a good fit for you. How about the Giants? And I don't think Nick Gates is playing football again, unfortunately. That was just a horrific injury, at least not at a high level. Go get a center, and that is a huge piece. I believe center is the most undervalued O-line spot. Good center play results in the entire offensive line playing better. So what do you guys think? Who do you believe will end up signing JC Tretter? Let me know in the comments section. Pick a team and let me know where you think he ends up. Now, if you want more NFL videos on the NFL offseason, that's free agency, draft, trades, of course, you guys have come to the right spot. Hit that big red button and subscribe right now. Super chat from Orn Frita, or I think it's Frita. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But the Bengals do anything else in free agency? I'm going to ignore like some smaller, lesser, minor moves that were just not that sort of like, potentially like re-signing a Trey Flowers. If they make another move, I think corner is the area to watch. They love to save their cap space to an extent. They want to have some over money every single year. It's fine. Not how I would operate, but whatever. I think corner is the area to watch. Stephon Gilmore, Joe Hayden, Patrick Peterson. Go getting a veteran number 2, I think would be really smart for that organization.